The comedic film Ace Ventura, Pet Detective is such a hilarious adventure from beginning to end. And even though this one has some flaws, it is still entertaining even 30 years later. This was a natural refresher because I honestly hadn't seen this film in so many years. So the story of this one is that a pet detective named Ace Ventura, he is trying to find out who kidnapped Snowflake, who is the dolphin mascot of the Miami Dolphins football team. While there are some things in here that hasn't aged all that well, this is still a good, silly comedy. Sure, the storyline is weak, and the lack of strong character development for every character in here except for Ace Ventura, well, it's apparent. The standout obviously is Jim Carrey. He carried this movie. If it wasn't for him, I think this film would have been forgettable, to be honest. Because, let's be real, Ace Ventura is a memorable character. His over-the-top antics, just how weird he is. All the other characters in this film, they definitely don't stand out, not the way that Ace Ventura does. I have to say, out of all the Jim Carrey movies I have seen in my lifetime, this is probably the most I have laughed in one of his films. Like seriously, Ace Ventura is just a bizarre character. But it works because Jim Carrey's antics, as over the top as they are, it works for this character because every moment when he's doing something really crazy, I'm just laughing out loud. Like this is certainly a character that stands out. He's the best part of this film. And this movie was actually the first big role for Jim Carrey. Sure, he's been in movies beforehand, but there was like in small roles. And then there was the TV series In Living Color, which I actually thought was pretty interesting, considering that I did used to watch that show when I was younger. But thing is that this is a film that honestly the only standout character that really, that I was invested in. Sure, there's other characters such as Melissa, played by Courtney Cox. Her acting, it was okay. There was nothing else much to that character. She's a love interest. And then there's Lieutenant Lois, played by Sean Young. And I thought her acting was decent. Now, this is a spoiler warning, but when it's found out that Lois is actually Ray Finkel, the way the male characters react, it is distasteful by today's standards. A movie like this certainly would not have been made in this day and age. But it was 1994. And the runtime of this one is less than 9 minutes, so I thought that was the perfect time because had this film been any longer, then people would have got tired of Jim Carrey's antics real fast. Is this movie perfect? Of course not. Does it have flaws? Absolutely. But at the end of the day, it's definitely a film that still is entertaining and just, like I mentioned before, downright hysterical all throughout it. I'm giving this film a 7 out of 10. Yeah, I find it decent, nothing too special, but then again, it's not supposed to be taken seriously. The director, Tom Shadyac, would actually work with Jim Carrey 2 more times after this movie. But what makes this one interesting though is that you can sit down and have a fun, entertaining time and just not think seriously about the plot or the issues that this one has. And that's my review of Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. Okay, leave your comments down below in the section and let me know what you think about this movie. Now, my review of Ace Ventura, When Nature Calls, will be happening sometime in the near future. Alright, this is Slim Guy 172 saying, peace out.
Got charm, brought her back to old McDonald's farm. So hey, diddle, it's late in the park. Chasing more pets than no on his arm. No need for a painter, numbers get deleted. 8's on the case and the job is completed. Simple assignment when I start rhyming. Always tell the truth so you know I'm not lying. Down with the ladies as a lover, undercover. Yo, tell him where he's at, my brother.
Yo, X in the house.